Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, JD Vance went full Leroy Jenkins this weekend on the Sunday talk shows, leading George Stephanopoulos to kick him off the air in mid-sentence. I'm not aware of this happening to another vice president, sitting vice president, ever being kicked off the air in mid-sentence for lying, refusing to answer questions, redirecting things back. Stephanopoulos was clearly pissed. He was not joking around. Frankly, I wish you guys would do that kind of stuff all the time. I'd watch your shows more often. So, here's some of the problems with this. I remember early on, you would say, Trump will be gone soon. And everybody go, but then we have to deal with JD Vance. I am not afraid of JD Vance. I'm also almost feel bad for the guy for what's going to happen. Now, he doesn't feel bad for himself. He's actually rather slavering. He's just watching like a vulture for it to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, Trump keeps going through these. I think he's going through like really major down cycles, and then Dr. Feelgood's coming along and hopping him up on modafinil was rumored to be like really kind of freely floating around in the previous administration. My doctors tried me on modafinil for a minute. It made my Tourette's go crazy. That's me though. Here's one of the key differences between JD Vance and Donald Trump. I mean, there's a lot. But Donald Trump is a pathological liar. He lies as easily as breathing, and his supporters can even forgive him for it to a certain degree. I don't think they should, or that is a healthy cognitive process, but that's what they do. JD Vance doesn't have that kind of leeway. He also doesn't have that kind of skill. He's a strictly utilitarian liar. Now, we're all utilitarian liars. If you're going to tell me you've never lied, you're lying. So occasionally you do. You lie for, sometimes it's a very good reason to lie. Sometimes it's a very self-interested reason. JD Vance is obviously very self-interested because he really wants to be president, And his whole brand actually started with authenticity, right? Hillbilly Elegy. He was picked out by Peter Thiel, who is the most socially awkward of all the right-wing tech bros, which is really kind of saying something. I mean, he's sort of obsessed with the Antichrist lately in a weird way. And stuff that I mean, I don't even think it would make a good YouTube video the way he talks about it. So Vance is slavering. You can just taste it. The old man will be gone soon. And he thinks his mandate, his true mandate, is to go out there and lie. But he's no good at it. If you ever see pictures of him in the media, and the media does have kind of subtle ways of acting like they're objective, but, a little bit hint. All of his pictures, he looks like an idiot. He's just always sort of a toothless, open mouth sort of thing. He looks like a baby, right? He does. I mean, the meme is true. He looks like a big fat baby with a beard. So, I mean, JD Vance started with authenticity. I'm just like you guys from Appalachia. My mother was a drug fiend and all that. I mean, I tried to watch the movie. I get criticized for not. I'm not going to watch the whole Hillbilly Elegy movie just so I can make a YouTube video. Somebody can criticize me for not doing that. Though most of the time that's bots anyway. I remember in high school in the 1980s, there was an entire edition of People magazine dedicated to Donald Trump. The whole thing, every story was about Donald Trump. They have been, not quite for this, but the media is fascinated and jealous, essentially, of rich people. And so Trump would push, like, can I get a whole episode of People magazine? I can't do an impression. It's too damn early in the morning. he was everywhere. I mean, he was doing wrestling, he was selling steaks, he had books that he didn't write. One of the reasons for that is because he was constantly going broke. The man drove 4 separate casinos into the ground, where the business model is people walk in, you flash some lights at them, and they throw money at you. He couldn't make that work. And yet he was over and over again uplifted as this genius businessman. Where have we seen that before? Elon Musk, just a genius. Sam Bankman-Fried, genius. Nobody's saying anything like that about JD Vance. They never have. They never will. Nobody's even particularly saying that about Peter Thiel anymore. So Trump is going to die soon. I will try not to express any particular opinion on that. And in many ways, Trump should be dying, satisfied. He's the most powerful man in the world. He can destroy lives with a flick of his finger on a Truth Social, to hit send on a Truth Social. He is one of the most bitter, unsatisfied, insecure men in existence. He cheats at golf, which is maybe the closest thing he has to something he loves. But he can't just play golf. And, that when somebody really loves something, you check in on, like, how am I doing? How was today? What affected it? No, he cheats constantly. And everybody knows this about him. He is a bitter, unhappy, at this point, let's just at least hope, sexless, sick old man who is not long for this world. Remember, Narcissus died of thirst staring at his own reflection in a pool of water. What he needed was always right in front of him, but he died because he mistook his image for his actual being. That's what Donald Trump does. It's natural. It's probably built into brain structures we're only starting to get our mind around. He is clearly in a state of dementia. The other day, he forgot who was president on January 6th, accusing Joe Biden of having put 200, very specific number, 247 FBI agents into the crowd on January 6th. Joe Biden wasn't president yet. In fact, that was the whole point of January. You were trying to, there's no point in trying to, tell that guy anything. He's going down fast and hard. JD Vance can't wait. And I think JD Vance is also going to end his career in a similarly bitter, disappointed way, in part because he can't do what Donald Trump does. He doesn't have Donald Trump's decades and decades and decades of being uplifted by the mainstream media, and nobody likes him. MAGA's not going to trust him. It's going to be like, it'll be like one day it all just goes away. Won't that be wonderful? The spell will largely be broken. It's already breaking. You're already seeing Marjorie Taylor Greene sound like a rational human being. I don't think I ever expected to say that. She's realizing that a lot of people in Georgia are on Medicare, and maybe we shouldn't be doing this quite the way we're doing it. In any case, Trump is about to be gone, and JD Vance will be ascendant. Maybe for a day, maybe not even the whole day. If he continues to be kicked off the air for lying, which he's no good at, he has anti-charisma, he has no charisma. MAGA doesn't like him. The rest of us are praying for his failure. So just hold on. I don't think we have too much longer to go with all this. Hang on and take care of yourself.